What is up, everybody? This is Edward back with another video, another episode of Everybody Hates Black Men. I am your host, Edward Anderson. Today, let's talk Papoose and Remy Ma and this boxer that Papoose is dealing with. Let's talk about it. But I think this is something that really hits kind of the manosphere very well and incorporates a lot of stuff. And quite frankly, I'm happy to see Papoose is moving on. Because I didn't, Papoose didn't deserve to go out like that. Papoose has been out here really looking like a clown and looking like a goofy for a long time. Looking like a good man that's being done wrong, at least from what we know publicly. And so Papoose has moved on. They were saying she was 25, but she's actually 29, to this boxer. And it's very interesting because a lot of the social goodwill that Papoose has done with his reputation and with what the facts are, this really works against Remy Ma. Papoose deals with black women, dark-skinned black women with the features, the West African features, and this is technically Remy Ma does look better than this other chick. Let's not even play with that. But he's had a daughter. He married Remy Ma going into jail. People forget that, and people forget Remy Ma and Papoose have been dealing with each other for 19 years, very long time. Since 2004, so we're looking at 20 years. So it's unfortunate. It is unfortunate that we have gotten to where we've gotten in the situation. But Papoose is finally, starting to push back. I also can understand him not wanting to deal with this situation on social media, but we already know what it's going to be. And remember, Papoose is 46, Remy Ma is 44. So this is, these are not like in their prime rappers. And the age gap, I'm sure the age gap thing is gonna be talked about. But, we are where we are. And we're also going to do a kind of a deep dive, with this boxer as well. So I got a wiki on her so you all can kind of have a better understanding of who this chick is, what she's done. She's very successful, won Olympic gold medal. So she's not any slouch, got 1 million social media followers. I'll show these things in the video as y'all can see it. So anyway, let's jump into this article.
So FYI with this article is a female's perspective. So unfortunately I couldn't find an article I wanted to use. So we're gonna go with this, but I'm gonna give my little edits into this article. So just keep that in mind. So the article is titled "Remy Ma was right. Papoose was put on a pedestal," and I want to do this article because I think it's gonna be a good back and forth with it as far as me, because I'm be calling out all the BS in this article. So let's jump right into it. Former Love and Hip Hop New York stars Remy Ma and Papoose. Women Ma and Papoose were one of the franchise's favorite and most respected couples from 2015 to 2020. Fans revere both Remy Ma and Papoose as the embodiment of Mary J. Blige and Method Man's cult hit, I'll Be There For You, You're All I Need to Get By. Initially, Remy Ma and Papoose were MCs respected for their lyrical prowess, and even they didn't command mainstream success. When media mogul Mona Scott tapped the couple to join the wildly popular Love and Hip Hop franchise, they were introduced to a national audience, and it changed both their careers. But rumors of their marriage being on the rocks have been underway for more than a year, and their current social media drama with the two hurling cheating accusations back and forth prove them being lauded as a golden couple was a facade. I don't think that's the case. What I think is that women can never just hold an L and just be absolutely wrong. It's very obvious even amongst black female circles that you have nothing on Papoose. Even now, Papoose replaced her with a black female, West African features, all that, a boxer. So you can't say this is a victim, And I think a lot of it is this. I already see where this narrative is going. This is that Tiana Taylor and Iman Shumpert narrative. Tiana Taylor got famous, Papoose got jealous, and that's where they had problems. And so he cheated first, and then she cheated. If Papoose was a cheater, she would have brought that up initially. That would have been her initial thing. She didn't do that. She waited it out, and now she wants to say we both cheated. Nah, you want to call what Papoose is doing is cheating after he already pretty much left you. You want to say it's cheating because you all are still married when he's tried to file for divorce, which we all know men don't typically file for divorce. And so you really can't say anything because Papoose really had no business sticking by you that whole time while you was in jail. He really had no business doing that. And so now you really have nowhere to go. But anyway, while neither party may be innocent in the demise of their reunion, Remy's accusations that her husband's complacency grew over the years, and he relied on her loyalty due to the time served behind bars may allude to a bigger issue that's been ignored. Papoose was held to a high standard due to his ultimate sacrifice. Okay, that's not an issue, that's a fact. And then when you say his complacency, what you're essentially saying is he didn't get famous enough to match her, so she wasn't attracted to him as much because he wasn't this high person. When in actuality, she just got a bigger break in her career because, look, Remy is a very great rapper. But let's be very clear here. She gets help the same way a lot of women get help. You see dudes that they always look for the novelty of a female, whether it's for looks or they can rap or whatever, for what they bring to whatever their group, their organization, in this case, the Terror Squad was, and women get help. Let's just call that what it is. And so Papoose didn't get that kind of help. That's just a fact. And so we want to call that, well, she basically surpassed him. And this is kind of a low-key justification. And then again, when they say they were both in demise, no, they're not. No, they're not. They're not both. It's on Remy. Like, I'm not saying Papoose is like 0%, but it's mainly on her. And everybody agrees with that. This is just, once again, this is one of these articles where this is one of these on-code articles. Remy was praised for being one of the few rappers that rely heavily on her rhetorical skills instead of her sexuality. I praise her for that too. And Papoose had respect for his clever freestyles and mixtape released on the streets, Bedford, blah, 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 Brooklyn, New York. Although Remy became a much bigger star later in their careers with her contribution to Fat Joe's Mega Hit Lean Back, both were regarded as NY hip-hop royalty and experienced industry success. Remy and Papoose relationship became an urban legend after she attacked a friend who allegedly stole $5,000 from her. She found guilty of assault, illegally weapon possession, attempted coercion. The judge sentenced the MC to a 15-year sentence, even though it was dramatically reduced after evidence was submitted proving she rifled through the victim's purse looking for the stolen money while the victim bled out in the car. A year after conviction, Remy and Papoose were married while she was in prison. Yeah, and I mean, Papoose was goofy for that. But at the end of the day, Papoose put in that kind of work. But let's keep it all like so this chick is trying to reframe it as he's trapping her. But you got to remember, you wouldn't have knew if she would have got that success after the fact. Like if she would have been able to restart the community. You don't know none of these things. It's not like she was just a rising star like a Jonathan Majors or something like that. Another thing too is the way she's trying to well, she's more successful. Yeah, because again, she got help. That, I mean, people want to ignore that, but that's the truth. Papoose isn't getting the same opportunities because he's a dude. Dudes got to get it how they get it. Versus, you're always, especially back then, you're always looking. This is like when she went to jail. That was like really before Nicki Minaj was really, really popping like that. People forget that, so it's always, the novelty wasn't as strong with looking for women, but it's still always that novelty. And then that hit, it just, she benefited from that. And that is what it is. I mean, she's definitely a great rapper. I'm not taking that away from her. But this is that, well, here's another thing I'm going to say, which I'm sure they'll get to. Another thing to keep in mind that nobody talks about is that it's not like she cheated up. She cheated down. She cheated down. So it's not like, so that's not even that's not even like a good issue. And I'm gonna play some of these videos too with their relationship, so you can get a good idea with it. But that's not even the issue, because you can't even use that, because she cheated down. She basically cheated with somebody below Papoose's station. And let's just call it what it is. She wanted to get out of the relationship, but she knew it'd be a bad look. That's really what it is. And if he ended up getting somebody different or younger or better, which is what he did, she really had nothing to really say. And because she's in these battle rap things, which is very popular in New York, and have, are getting national attention, people are constantly bringing that up. They're constantly bringing up her situation because it's a bad look. The dramatic events surrounding their love story romanticized Remy and Papoose relationship to a point where it felt like, all right, Papoose praised for standing by her side as she served her time and heralded as one of the most authentic female rappers of her time. By the Remy Ma was released in prison, joined Love and Hip Hop. Their relationship was more legendary than either of their careers. Absolutely, and that's why they brought him on the show. I mean, it's all, blah, blah, blah. Although Papoose dedicated to being the picture of support during his wife's prison time, he left her older son in the mother's custody. Some fans speculated that his dedication was focused on the attention he received from being the ride or die spouse, mourning real hold down the family. Okay, first of all, you can't blame Papoose for I get that, but you can't blame Papoose for that. Number one, it's very clear that Remy didn't care about her first kid, which, by the way, Remy had a kid. Oh, did I mention Remy had a kid already? So she was a single mom when Papoose got with her, but that don't matter. That don't never matter, right? And I don't think Papoose had a kid. So the argument, so how you blaming him for being an absentee? Where was his dad at? Why are you blaming him for being an absentee father for a kid that's not his? That's not his kid. So he's supposed to take care of her kid? The fact that she put that in there should tell you everything that you need to know. And basically you're saying that he's more dedicated with the image of being a ride or die. First of all, you don't know what he did for that dude, number one. And number two, you think if Remy didn't want that to happen, he wouldn't have did something? Nah, that's on her. The couple's dynamic shifted when Remy Ma was released and the couple joined Love and Hip Hop. Fat Joe's single Lean Back, which became one of the biggest hit by records in 2004. So her debut on a reality was highly anticipated, eager. Yeah, and then she went to jail 4 years later being stupid. Eager to lean into reality fame, she quickly started the reality star makeover and upgraded her wardrobe, and of course went under the plastic surgeon's knife. Remy's prison, I didn't know that. Remy's prison time caused her co-stars to revere her as a bully on the series, and she leaned into the role. Which a lot of that is starting to kind of come back to her, because that stuff was supposed to culminate in her dealing with Nicki Minaj, and Nicki Minaj was able to kind of fend her off just enough, even though, let's keep it all the way real, Nicki Minaj was mainly able to fend off Remy because of the corporation being behind her. Like, if it would have been a straight up one-on-one, it would have been a great beef. I think it would have been great for female rap. But ultimately, Remy had a lot more to gain, and the corporation wasn't really ready to throw. They didn't want to throw Nicki away for Remy. They tried to do it with Iggy Azalea, but they didn't want to do it for Remy because they didn't think Remy was marketable enough. Towards the end of the franchise, the couple shared the fertility journey, revealing the success of Remy becoming pregnant with the couple's only child. Their daughter was short-lived as soon as they started pointing out that obviously cracking their urban romance. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, man, she getting tired of him. I mean, that's really what it is. And they don't want to deal with the blowback of that because, Remy's new look and second win in her career caused issues in the couple's ultimately unbalanced dynamic. Remy being one of the most talked about female rappers. Papoose Clunge's former street queen started raising eyebrows. Fast forward to 2022 and rumors of Remy being unfaithful became louder and louder via Remy. I mean, this is a clear, she got more famous than him. He's jealous, but you can't really pin that he cheated on her. So because you can't pin that he cheated on her, y'all really have nowhere to go. The typical narratives that women like to put on dudes, they really don't have anywhere to go here. So ultimately, And here's the thing, Papoose is not a type of dude that's not capable of getting another female, as you can see. I mean, Papoose could do better than the chick he did, but he did that, and that's a good, I mean, he clearly likes her, but that's a good move. That, you know, that's a good move. And so, Papoose should do a podcast. I mean, really. I mean, he really should have took the Joe Budden route. He should have took the Joe Budden route. Let me see how far we got. Okay, we're almost done. In 2024 was a year for upsets, and Remy Papoose would not escape the year's scandalous headlines. In a shocking revelation, Remy Ma accused Papoose of playing a part in her arrest years ago. And please, stop that. Stop that. If you really believe that, you would not have been with him this long. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. That's called, she's grasping for straws, because either in New York, she just looking horrible. And like I said, pay attention to those battle rap things. For anybody that's, I may share some videos. I'm not going to cover those, but I may share some videos of somebody that's really covering those, that's more authentic to that, because that's playing a big part in a lot of the stuff she's saying on social media too. It's just not coming from nowhere. Enraged at her accusation, Papoose defended himself on social media. I will never get anyone arrested. Once again, you are lying. That can be easily verified. You are the only one who plays with the police, lying about history that unfolded in front of the world is pathetic. Falsifying text messages that you claim are from over a decade ago just to create a false narrative, and just cheating is narcissistic. I mean, black people in that narcissistic behavior. But I will say this: if that was really true, if she really believed that, you know, good God, Remy is not somebody that takes betrayal well. That is not. Come on, man. She would never have given him a kid. I mean, she didn't need him like that. So, I mean, you're not going to have this like in the beginning of the article, we're talking about loyalty, but at the end, I mean, you know, Remy quickly clapped back, accusing her once loyal husband of physical abuse. Oh, please, physical abuse? Wait, are you serious? I've said it before in previous streams, I'm more worried for Papoose than her. Play with the police, so you forgot about the pool, never got finished being remodeled because you were attacking me in the garage. And I mean, get out of here. Anything with her is mutual combat. Like, stop, don't play that game with me. Like, this is somebody grasping at straws. Countless hip-hop sites are reeling with headlines, accusations of infidelity, abuse from both sides. Please. Now, basically, now with people, you got people that are just saying stuff to say stuff, because you know, these articles aren't as scandalous if it's just a woman is bad, you know, so they gonna throw dirt on Papoose's name, because really, what is Papoose gonna do about it, and what's really the harm, you know? So you got people like this article too, they trying to pretend to be both sides, but it's clearly slighted. But I mean, here's this article. I mean, this thing was 15 minutes. Jesus. But here's this article. So let's go back to the other side.
That ultimately, from the you know, black men side of things, Papoose has done a lot of the right things and has not really been properly rewarded. So you have a situation, this is another example how you know, Papoose is 46. This young lady is, you know, his boxer, you know, Sharice, her name, is 29. And as you can see, if you keep your stuff together, keep your physical together, keep your money right, at the end, even if you got a kid, you can still make this work. You where you land on the sexual marketplace is not the same necessarily as where a woman lands, because if you look at it up from just a straight lineup standpoint, because Remy Ma is not ugly. Remy Ma is an attractive black woman, but at the end of the day, Remy Ma is 44, so you're not dealing with Remy Ma to have more kids. She already had the kids she's gonna have. You're not going to deal with Remy Ma having more kids. Remy Ma knows how to get her money in the hip-hop game. She has her fans. But it's not like Remy Ma is about to jump to like 2 million, 3 million, 4 million. She's pretty much where she's going to be as far as like net worth. And pretty much it's just a matter of, you know, her money may incrementally go up. But it's not like she's going to jump 1 million, 2 million, 3, 4, 5 million. She may have 1 or 2 maybe good years with her. And, you know, her looks are not going to be forever. I mean, she is 44 years old. So, I mean, let's be clear here. She's 2 years from being on the other, closer to 50 than she is 40. And so her cheating, and I get it, a lot of her cheating was probably crash outs. You know, is this all there is to life? You know, Papoose, is this just what it's gonna be? It's boring. That BS. You know, it's her having midlife crises. Her losing all that time. She lost 6 years. You know, so you gotta remember, she got with him before. She lost 6 years with her, the goofy stuff she was doing with that gunplay, or being caught with a gun. And then she's been with Papoose ever since. A lot of time. But at the end of the day, this thing where you just want to be out here in these streets, and that Papoose was never going to eventually move on. I mean, eventually he had to move on. I've always said that my worry with Papoose is that Remy Ma would get violent with whoever the chick is, violent with him. And it's funny because she even mentioned that, you know, as we just said in the article, calling her scary, because that's her reputation, and her reputation is wanting to fight. You know, and that is what it is. So the question is, can he weather that, and can he deal with that? Because the thing about it is, her being violent will definitely make it so he can have full custody of the daughter, if he doesn't already have that. So let me know what you think about Papoose. I may do a follow-up on this later on. Do you think this is an example of a black man winning in the end? Are you happy for Papoose? Do you think Papoose should have been moved on? Technically, they're still divorced, which is crazy. So it looks like she's holding off on signing the paperwork, which is crazy. Do you think, you know, Papoose is the good looking guy? When I say good looking guy, he looks good in this situation. You know, I don't see a lot of black women really throwing him under the bus, but what else, what can you really say? What can you really say? You know, to be honest. So let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know, you think Remy Ma is attractive? Do you think another dude will pick up Remy Ma? Do you think she messed up dealing with a dude that was below Papoose's station? Do you believe that, who you think wears the pants in that relationship when they had it, Remy Ma or Papoose? What do you think about this new chick? You see pictures. Do you think she's all right? Do you think it is? We know how you dudes are. So with that being said, as always, make sure you hit that like. Check in with a like. Check out with a comment. Make sure you sub if you're not already. Make sure I do these videos every few days, if not more often. Make sure you click on that notification bell and do all for my stuff, because I always share stuff via the community tab as well. Make sure you click on my links. You know, I have, you know, the email for the Discord, you know, my Cash App, PayPal links, my other social media. I've been on Twitter a lot lately. You know, I'm on Facebook as well. You know, my TikTok is definitely gonna start getting up there, but I'm mainly on YouTube. And with that being said, if you got to the end of this video, I definitely do appreciate it. Make sure you check out the other videos below, you know, the Jay-Z video, to continue more of my hip-hop commentary, as well as one of my other, you know, podcast think pieces. And with that being said, this is Edward signing off. Peace.